It says Facebook is online and YouTube. Stand by. Just refreshing my page. And what do you know? It's working. And I don't know if it says live. Oh, and it is public. Good. Okay. Welcome to Captain Mudslinger's neighborhood, and I'm Captain Mudslinger. My real name, Kevin O'Hara. Thanks for laughing. And I turned the doggone camera back on. Just getting that just a little damp. After all that, and I left my pencil. There it is. Be right back. See how easy that was? All right. Well, the other day I made some of these rice bowls, and so now I'm going to trim them. Don't know how entertaining that's going to be, but everybody's got their own technique and style. That's why I was going to use this pencil. One of the things sometimes it helps to do so I just put a series of circles. I don't know if you can see them. Trying to do it with the light. Anyway, I used the pencil to put some circles on there just to make it a little bit easier to line up the pottery. So what I did first is I was trying to find that inside line, and I put a mark on the bottom. So now I flip it upside down. Yeah, see, sometimes those rings help and sometimes they don't, because this is not always the same as that. Things are always a little different. Okay, there's the first mark. Pardon me. Sometimes it gets a little nerve-wracking. It's the slightest bit. There. All right. Got a chunk of some recycled clay here. Just making a couple of coils. Just setting them right there. Don't want to push it off center. Now there's another way of holding it down, and that's getting the bat real wet, and then it makes a little bit of slip in between the pot and the bat here. But sometimes that kind of changes the shape of the lip, and this works pretty well too. It doesn't really damage the pot at all. Yeah, see, I got the bat just a little bit sticky, a little bit damp, so the clay balls stick on better. Okay. Now, see, I can double check this mark by listening to the pot. Hear the change? That tells me it's a little bit thicker, so it's just testing. So that's the outside. I'll take this and clean it a little bit. It'll be the outside of the foot. And I'm just truing up the outside edge so I can balance my fingers on it. Okay, so that's the outside edge of the foot right here. Just take it just the slightest bit off, because sometimes when you take the cutoff wire, pardon me, doesn't always cut it off perfectly smooth. There we go. That'll be the inside of the foot. I'm just pressing just a little bit. Pardon me. Just testing to see if I can take off a little bit more. Yeah, that's probably right there. Went and bought 500 pounds of clay today. And I went and I got a new trimming tool. Yay. Nice and sharp. Just burnishing the bottom, making it smooth. Nice and sharp. Okay. Just bringing the curve right up. I'm balancing my fingers on the outside to support the tool. Sometimes that clay gets in the way. There. Just a feather touch. I like putting that spiral in the bottom. I'm not quite sure. It means something in ancient Celtic stuff, beliefs and stuff. The spiral. Can't remember what it's significant. Can't remember everything. I was at a fair a while back, and then somebody turned one of my pots over and said, "Why does it say O'Hara on the bottom?" No, because that's my name. Anyway, I guess they're expecting it to say Captain Mudslinger or something. He's a figment of my imagination, by the way. Thanks for laughing. Oh, yeah, sometimes I'll do this to double check how thick the bottom is. Kind of go like that with the pencil. Yep. Bottom's probably more like that. There we go. So the separation was about a little less than 1/8 of an inch, so I'm going to push it half that. Doesn't happen every time. Just snugging it on there now. Without pushing it off center. Okay. Yeah, this one goes way out, so. Just slowly bringing it in. This one looks a little bit wider than the other one, but try to make them as uniform as possible, but nothing's perfect. Now, sometimes I'll hold it at an angle so there's more surface area cutting. There, just a feather touch, just to get that little bump off. Now I'm just kind of polishing it. Got my foot up like that, I probably don't need to. So I'm putting that little ridge in there. It actually helps when glazing. I can hold the pot upside down, and also it's a good glaze catcher. So when I'm taking a sponge to wipe off the bottom, it just you know what? I was just thinking I'm gonna ask the Google. What does the spiral mean in ancient Celtic lore?
Here's a summary from Ireland Travel Guides. The triskel or triple spiral is said to be the oldest symbol of spirituality. The spirals are also said to symbolize the inner and outer worlds and the themes of birth, death, and rebirth, as well as the unity of mental, physical, and spiritual self.
So there. That Google thing is amazing. It reminds me of the movie Time Machine, when the guy went into the future and he was at the New York Public Library and saw the photonic. And the photonic had the sum of human knowledge, and you could just walk up to it, and there's this dude who said, "Hey man, what you want to know?" And he could get it for you. And of course, in the movie, something happens, and that he gets knocked out on his time machine and gets thrown 800,000 years into the future. And guess what's the only thing that's left over from the past? The photonic. Yeah, but it has kind of a different, okay. So I don't really want to go in too far, but there's some little ridge there. Anyway. So there. See, I like to put the first two just touching so as to not knock the thing off. And I can stick these and I come back. All right. It's more dangerous to do it that way. I don't have any support. See, that's why I like to true up this outside edge first. So now my thumb and my finger here can act like shock absorbers to support the trimming tool. So now I've got a nice smooth surface to rest my thumb and finger on while I slide this tool. It helps when it's uneven too, when you're trying to it's like I said, sometimes when you do the cutoff wire, that pops off and a little bit of extra clay is there to make your life easier. Thanks for laughing. Okay. Yeah, what was it the other day? Had somebody watching from, and I looked on the thing because he saved a thing. Somebody, can't pronounce his name, but from Finland. So it was probably 1 o'clock. Oop. We have a visitor. What's happening?
Hey, just looking for something.
So, see, I think Greenwich Mean Time. It would be, I think it's exactly 6 hours ahead of us. So right now, if it's 10 after 2 here, it's probably 10 after 8 in London or Greenwich, England. So I'm guessing it might be maybe 9 o'clock in Finland, PM. Or I don't do the 24-hour thing. I was never in the military. Too much of a free spirit, I guess. I respect it. Nice and smooth and flat. I like to take this and put it on an angle. Just a little bit. There. Balance. It's important to be in balance. Because when you're not in balance, you're out of balance. Out of bounds. Everything in moderation. Oh, it's like that song. Love is like oxygen. You get too much, you get. Anyway, so there's another bowl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. If you want to, they say all right. No, they never say all left. What's to go? And I'm left-handed. It's It's a conspiracy against left-handed people. That was a joke, I'm just kidding. Thanks for that. Now, I used to think it was a curse being left-handed. Now, I believe it's actually a blessing. I'm forced to use both sides of my brain. Thanks for laughing. Wonder if anybody was talking. Oh, you're back. Hi. Left-handed guitars are cheaper. Yeah, I actually a while back I went and bought one, a left-handed guitar, because I can't go like this, it hurts, but I can go like that, left-handed. So I got it and I strummed on it, and actually I was tuning it once and one of the tighteny downy things broke and I gotta fix it. But I felt like with that guitar, I felt like the same way when people come in here, had never touched clay before, and I helped make a pot on the wheel. And that's how I feel with the guitar. It's just like, I need somebody to show me how to do this. I can't just go online and look at a thing and how do I do something like that? No, I need a human to help me. Thanks for laughing. Yeah, it looks like it says one Twitch person and one Facebook person. Boy, the viewership of my show is just out of control. I'm sure a whole 2 or 3 viewers will be able to garnish quite a bit of advertising dollars from people. Thanks for laughing. It's all about the money. Just kidding. I haven't really worried about money in years. Just have to have your attention in the right direction and everything takes care of itself. Because he had the right frame of mind. Or correct. Right or wrong or left or right. By the way, one of the reasons why it's tough to do these things, because there's nobody in here but me and the camera. And so as you're talking, it's like you're talking to yourself, so it's like, but you're talking out loud. So I guess instead of thoughts that you're thinking in your head, so you have something to hear other than the hum of the wheel. Hum. That was from the movie Rain Man, when they were driving over the metal bridge and the tires were making that noise. Thanks for laughing. It's also the same noise I make when my wife is making me move furniture. That's what I'll be making tomorrow, is the sound. Oh. Thanks for laughing. I'll be here all week. Yeah, Yeah, I'm actually see. At least I can read the screen. I'm still getting used to it. Trying to. It's easier if there's like another person in the room, and then you can actually talk to that person. But I had the talk to speech thing going for a while last year. Then all of a sudden, a bunch of people started with, "Whoa, everybody's talking." Okay. Time flies whether you're having fun or not. See, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the inside and the outside at the same time. That way I kind of get a 3D picture of where I should make my mark. Maybe when I get rich and famous and have millions of viewers, I have a camera up here and have switchers and all kinds. Dreamer, you're nothing but a dreamer. Put your hands in your head, oh no. Whatever that group is. Supertramp. I just pushed it. Well, it's okay. Okay. Maybe I'll drive up. Oh! Hey, Aaron. I've been following you. That really was an awesome experience. To actually get paid to speak my mind. Good gosh. Yeah, the person that just texted there, Aaron, is somebody I met a few years ago. It was supposed to be a commercial for Yahoo, but I don't think it ever aired. But Yahoo Newsroom. But what was funny about that is we were just in an Olympics commercial because they shot something. So I was on the email thing. I got this email and it said they were looking for people with strong opinions. And I thought, well, I got strong opinions. Press the button. Next thing you know, on my wife's birthday, she's driving me to the airport. Flying to friggin' LA. And that's where I went. That was, I think, one of the most honorable experiences I've ever had. Those were some really tough questions, and that's all I'm going to say. But it was something. Just getting that. Check it. It's good. It's good. How you doing? I'm good. It's good. Sorry, it's gone through my mind. Why do you call me a good teacher? Why do you call me good? You're a good teacher. Where is it? Why do you call me good? Only God is good. Sorry, I'm a mess. And I dropped, see? I got the dropsies. Ugh. Maybe you said, instead of saying I'm good, I'm saying I'm aight. Like I've said before, I was a cable guy for about 8 years, actually over 14 years ago. And so I was always, working in the hood in St. Paul and other places. And 2 years ago, I had a veterinary surgeon in the studio with her teenage son, and they were from Amory, Wisconsin, out in the middle of nowhere. And so I'm trying to connect, communicate with this teenage kid. So I'm doing my really horrible, ghetto talk stuff. And the kid looks at me, gives me the Tucker Carlson look again. He goes, I live in the country. We don't talk like that. Help me. Cracked me up. Try a different approach. Oh. There's something. It's hard to read from this distance. Thanks for laughing anyway. It's another feeble attempt at humor. If you can't laugh, this bus ride isn't going to be fun for anybody. Flag away. Okay. Well, at least there's some people who are watching out there. Fly. Once you get the flies in here, you can't get them out, and well, problem is with, I guess it's my cat now, Xena, the warrior kitty, that had 5 kittens in my window well in late May. Well, we found homes for 3 of them, and we kept one as a studio cat and another one in the house. But Xena would, okay, the critters are on here, their numbers are dwindling. She came walking in the studio the other day with a red squirrel in her mouth. Or no, that was, the other cat had a baby rabbit in its mouth. Thanks for laughing. I don't know why I started talking about that cat. Some people choose to have oh, that's what I was about, that fly. I've gotten, most of the animals were because she dropped them right by the food dish, and so I'd have to take clippers and these dead. And there's probably at least one. The bird, there was just feathers everywhere. I didn't find a body. And there was a baby gray squirrel the other day. That the video was up in there. I'm hoping Xena took it back outside because I haven't started smelling them, so that's good. God knows where those cats are going to take. Oh, thanks for laughing. Just making the bottom flat. But I no longer have a rodent problem in my studio. Darn fly. On the front porch, I got one of those bug zapper rackets. They're really good for mosquitoes, but flies are pretty fast. Found that you really, only get the flies with the bug zapper thing if they land on a cushion or something. Otherwise, you're gonna break the zapper. You don't want to do that. I just realized I probably should have had this maybe turned back the way it normally is. So I can see you there. Oh shit. Looks like 2 more. This one and then 1 more. Yeah, I don't know if anybody out there does karaoke or I call it karaoke because sometimes it's pretty jokey. Oh, they have a pretty good setup down the street on Fridays. Actually, got quite a list of songs I can sing. I was trying to think of what I want to do, right? And I might sing a song by the Spinners, Games People Play. I don't know if you gotta know that one. What I like about it is there's actually you have to hit 4 different parts because it starts here and then it goes down and then it goes up, and then I can't really go all the way back down to here, so it's like in the middle in order to get the but it's a fun song to sing. It doesn't go up so high that I can't do it. So I just want to get all the rough stuff off the edge there, because now I can get that rough part where the cutoff wire kind of left a chunk. And what I'm doing is it's just barely shaving it. So it just gets the high parts. Oh. I don't know if it's boring or not, but it's sometimes just repetition. Whoopsies. I better tighten that down. A little bit too much pressure on. Oh, I didn't knock it off. I did a little bit. The cats haven't come in here. One of the gals doing studio time is allergic to cats or something, and so mother-daughter to come do studio time. And sure enough, every time Xena gets right in their face. Hi, what are you doing? Okay. One more. Last pot. Or rice bowl. Sounds kind of last pot. No. Last rice bowl. Thanks for laughing. Generally, not the less. There's always more. Okay. The glasses keep sliding down my nose. A quarter of an inch really makes a difference. Doggone fly. These lights are kind of nice. The ones I replaced them from last year, these are LED. The other ones were incandescent lights, and boy, when you turn those lights on, you're hot. These LED lights, they provide quite a bit of light and little power. Not putting out a lot of heat. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Mesmerizing. Two Twitch people. Well, almost there. Oops. Surprised somebody did that. Hey, you forgot to do that one step. Just like that. I found that, especially like if you're alone with your wife, you never want to say, there, just like that. It's just, it doesn't go over well. But in the case of this, it was just like that. Thanks for laughing. Hope you liked watching me trim some pots and stuff. I'll try to do some more. Maybe I'll make some more mugs or something in a few days or whatever. Thanks for watching. Peace, and make a stranger smile.